Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to see how to use text inside Canva. I will show you how to add text, how to edit and format text, how to change fonts and colors, and how to add effects, and how to deal with more than one text elements. Let's get started by creating a custom size artboard by pressing custom size. You can select any size. I will go for 5 into 5 inches, and I will press create new design to create a blank canvas. So I have a blank canvas and I will show you how to add text. If you go to the toolbar on the left side, you will see the icon for text, and if you click this text icon, you get number of ways to add text. You can add a text box, you can add a heading, you can add a subheading, and you can also add a little bit of body text as paragraphs. So I will start by adding a heading, and I will double click this heading to edit the text, and I will move it to the top. Then I will add a subheading by clicking add a subheading, and I will click and edit this. And next I am going to add some paragraph text. I have copied some dummy text from a website and I'm going to paste it here by pressing Ctrl V. This is a dummy text, lorem ipsum. It does not mean anything. Now you have the paragraph text inside a text box, and this text box has small circle symbols on the corner. You can drag them to make this text box bigger. You also have these rounded rectangles. These ones, you can also click and drag them to resize your text box. Next thing is how to format the text or how to change the fonts. When you select a text box or any other heading, you get a text toolbar at the top. So I will be selecting this paragraph text, and I go to the top toolbar and I can increase the text size by clicking minus or plus. If I want, I can also click and type exact font size, like for example 9.5. Press enter and your font becomes the same size. You can also change the font by clicking the font on the toolbar, and on the left side you're going to get a lot of fonts. Canva has provided a lot of beautiful fonts, and you can go through these fonts and check which one you like, and you can explore these fonts and apply any of these fonts. For example, I am applying this font here, or maybe I can try another one, Bisky. Next is how to change the color. So while my paragraph text box is selected, I can go to the top toolbar and I can press text color. And the only color available inside my document is black, or you can say the only color used inside my document is black. So it's there. I have some default colors and I can click them, but I still cannot see every possible color. To see more colors, you can press see all, and you can see more variety of colors, but still you cannot see every possible color. You can go back by pressing this back arrow to select any color of your choice. You can click this plus symbol, add a new color, and you can select any colors you like. If you have the hexadecimal code of your color, you can also type it here. For example, I just randomly type AADD44. It's some green color. You can also pick a color from the screen using the pick a color eyedropper tool. I think you might not be able to see it on the recording, but I'm selecting this orange color. Click, and eyedropper has selected this salmon color or orange color. You can also apply gradients from here. There are different type of gradients, and you can see the 2 or 3 colors gradient has been applied to my text. If you want to change the colors in the gradient, you can go back to the plus sign here, add a new color, and you can see you have only 2 colors here. You can add a third color for your gradient. For example, I'm adding a bluish color. I can add another color, for example, a pink color. And if, for example, if you want to remove some color, you can click and press the X sign there to delete the color. And there are different styles for the gradient, like linear gradient, circular gradient, and different type of gradient, same like in Photoshop or Illustrator. Let me apply some simple color here, and I will show you some more formatting options which are on the top toolbar for the text. We can make it bold, and we can also use a shortcut. You can see it's written on the screen, Control B. You can also make it italic like any other text editor, underline, strike through, and uppercase, shift. And we can also change the alignment, left, justified, right, and middle. We can also convert to a list. Let me create a quick text to demonstrate a list. So I will go back to the text icon, and I will add a text box, and I will drag it a little bit down, and I will add some list items here. And I have 3 list items. I'm going to select these 3 items, and I will click on the list symbol. It will give me an unordered list without numbers. If I press this list icon again, it will give me ordered list with 1, 2, 3. And if I click it again, it will deactivate the list option. Simple as that. Then we have some advanced settings which are very important for graphic design purposes. If you click the advanced options, we have this letter spacing, and we have the line spacing. That's very important for the visual design purposes. And of course, we can make anything transparent, or opaque. Next, I will show you how to add beautiful effects for your text. I will select my heading, and I will go to the top toolbar, and I will select effects. And you can see on the left side you have beautiful effects like drop shadow, one of the most commonly used text effects. We have glow, we have echo, outline, background, and so on and so on. And there are some other advanced effects here. Let me apply drop shadow to my heading. So you just click it and you will be getting a drop shadow here. As soon as you apply any effect, you get different settings for that effect. For example, if I have applied a drop shadow, I can change the offset, and you can see it's changing the offset here for the shadow. You can change the direction of the shadow. You can also apply blur to the drop shadow. You can also make your your shadow transparent or opaque. You can also change the color of your shadow. So you can control most of the settings. So these are settings for drop shadow. And similarly, if we apply glow, we will be seeing the settings for glow. And if we apply echo, we see settings for echo. So you can play with these effects and try to apply and play with these effects. Next, we are going to talk about position. And if you select your text box, you can click position. And these are very important alignment options here. So for example, if this is my text or my heading, and I want to align it to the middle of the page, I'm going to press middle, center, top, left, center, and right, or bottom. So this alignment options help me to align my selected element to the page. If you have two elements selected, for example, I select this heading and I also select the second heading by clicking and dragging over both elements. I want both of them to be aligned in the center of each other. So now it's going to align the elements to each other. And if I click center, you can see both of them are in the center now. And to drag them into the middle of the page, I can just drag them with my mouse, and it's going to give me this red hinting line that it's in the center. Or I can also just select the individual elements and I can do center and center. Another thing is the stacking order of the elements on the screen. So for example, if I select my heading and I move it over the paragraph text, you can see it's behind the paragraph text and not over the paragraph text, and it's been hidden by the paragraph text. How can you bring it to the forward or front? Your heading is selected, so I can click here to front, and it will be on the front stack. Or I can bring it to back, and if we have another element here, for example this one subheading, so we can also do the same with this one. Let me give it a different color here, maybe a greenish color, and I will go to the position and forward. So in this way you can stack the elements like layers over each other. And of course you can do basic editing like copy and paste commands, and also duplicate. For copy you can press Ctrl C, and for paste you can do Ctrl V, same like other applications. For example, if I select this text box, I press Ctrl C, and then I can press Ctrl V for creating another copy of this text box. I can also duplicate, because if you are creating the same text again, it will be a waste of time to create that text from scratch. So you can simply press Control D for duplicate. That's also similar like copy and paste, but it's a duplicate. So Control D and you can duplicate the text or any other element. You can also duplicate by right click, and you can find the same commands here: copy, paste, duplicate, and delete. And the commands which were there in the position area, you can also find it here, align to the page. And there are some other commands which we are going to cover in another video in future. See you guys in the next video.